In the past 3 years, I've generated over $700,000 in my business. I've scaled sales teams up to £1 million per month. And I've created the greatest high-ticket sales community in the UK. I also, this year, I've managed to network with multi-millionaires. I have multi-millionaires reach out to me on Instagram through my personal brand, which I've also scaled. And I have multi-millionaires that want to be my friend, that want to chat to me, that want to meet up with me, that want to invite me for podcasts. I attracted a feminine girlfriend who came to me. I didn't even approach her. She came to me. And the first thing that she said to me, I'm like, okay, well, why did she, what made her interested in me was I had aura. Now that sounds like such a dickish thing to say. Like, how are you saying that you've got aura? But no, this is what people have told me. And truthfully, I think aura is the thing that really should be studied if you want to be successful. I think actually learning how to raise your aura should actually be one of your number one priorities in life and will truly, truly help you achieve anything that you want to achieve. If your dream life is to make this much money, have this girl, have this friends group, then aura is going to be one of the biggest things that you need to do in order to get to that point, truthfully, because having aura will accelerate everything. If you're building a personal brand, if you've got aura for your content, people are just going to want to follow you. They're going to listen to what you have to say. If you've got a business and you've got a lot of aura and you show up to a sales call, it's like people are not going to start giving you bullshit objections because they're going to respect your time. They're going to respect you a lot more. If I get on a sales call with someone that's interested in joining Alpha Setters and someone is like, oh, pal, honestly, it's just I've got the money, but it's too much. I don't want to pay it. I'd be like, pal, like my cigar collection's worth more than this sale. Like, do you think I give a fuck about this? And you're just like, you're right. Like, yeah. To be fair, you seem like a genuine guy. I know you're gonna help me get towards my goal. So yeah, let's just fucking do it. And like, we've got over a 50% close rate for Alpha Setters at the moment. And it's like, this is B2C sales as well. 50% close rate, high ticket B2C. It's like, it's a difficult thing to do. Always going to be something which makes your life seem a lot more effortless, because we all know people, especially if you think back to maybe like secondary school or something, we all know people that just seem to be good at everything and we don't know why. They just seem naturally gifted. They just seem naturally to be good at things, and they just have that aura by extension. But I think the aura is what helps them be good at everything, because I think aura comes fundamentally from an element of self-belief. Your aura is dictated by yourself. There's nothing external. There's nothing different about, just the way the world sees you for no reason at all. It all comes from the way that you see yourself. Your aura starts from within, It's like if you see like a typical mafia boss from like Italy, like he might be a little bit fat and short and like nothing really impressive about him physically, but why has he got so much aura? Because he knows he's that guy. He knows he's not to be fucked with. He knows he's the big dog, and therefore he commands more respect. Which takes me onto my point here about auctoritas. If you've subscribed for me for a while, or if you're one of my Alpha Setter boys, you'll know I talk about something all of the time called auctoritas. Auctoritas is something that has been known for thousands of years. It's the Roman Republic word for commanding presence, which is equivalent to the modern day word for aura. Now, when I talk about aura, I'm not talking about some cringy ass TikTok thing. I'm not talking about some brain rot aura thing. I'm talking about like genuine auctoritas, commanding presence. You walk into a room and people can feel that Temilare has arrived. That's the type of aura that I'm talking about. And this is something that the Romans used to study. The upper class men of the Roman Republic would literally dedicate their entire life to how can I maximize my auctoritas. And there was two ways that they would go about doing that. One, through gaining political office, and two, by winning military glory. And the men would dedicate their lives to this. The reason why Julius Caesar is known as Julius Caesar, the reason why Julius Caesar even became the emperor of Rome is because that was the number one way to have auctoritas, is be the emperor. How do you, it was literally just a massive game for who could have the most auctoritas. And make no mistake, times haven't changed at all. The reason why you want to make a load of money and drive a McLaren is so that you can have more auctoritas. Because who do you think's got more aura? The guy that pulls up in a Toyota or the guy that pulls up in a McLaren, right? We want the things that other men can't achieve. in order to gain aura. Money is energy. By acquiring wealth, we are acquiring more energy, we're acquiring more aura. But there's more steps to the game than just acquiring wealth. You need to have that self-belief. You need to be dangerous. You need to have a good friendship group and a high network of people around you. There's so many things that dedicate towards your aura, but these are the things that we need to be prioritizing as men. So the most simple way possible for me to start communicating on how to gain aura in the modern world is you just need to have a think about everything that you do. And it's quite as simple as, well, does this make me better? Or does this make me worse? Does this make me stronger or does this make me weaker? And your life needs to basically become a whole project, a whole mission of operation. Give you as much aura as possible. Every single day, your day should be stacked with all of the things that are going to give you aura. So what we need to do is we need to make a list of like, okay, well, what do I want to achieve in life? I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And it's like, well now, okay, cool. This is fairy tale land. This is what we want to achieve. But what type of man do I have to become in order to achieve these things? What type of man do I need to become in order to achieve these things? And okay, well, what things do I need to do to become this type of man? So for me, I knew I wanted to be a successful entrepreneur. I knew I wanted to be ruthless, and I wanted to be ruthless in the sales industry. Now, sales is an industry where it will give you nothing, but it'll allow you to take everything, which is why I think it is the best side hustle to make money online, because there's no luck. It's like you just have to become that guy. If you become that guy, you'll make money. But the hard thing is becoming that guy. Well, sales is an industry where the guys at the top of that industry are ruthless. They're killers. They got so much aura. They got the most aura. Everyone knows that the people that are the best at sales always bang the fittest girls. That is facts. The people that are best at sales always go on to achieve massive things in life. It's a ruthless industry. You've got to be ruthless. So what do I need to do in order to become so ruthless that in a room full of killers, I stand out and I know I have the most aura? Okay, well, I probably need to be good at fighting. So, I mean, fast forward 14 months later from my first boxing fight. Okay, cool. Now I've got the unlicensed British title. Fantastic. That gives me aura. So in terms of, okay, well, what gives me aura? Okay, fighting, like fighting competence. The Romans used to call it winning military glory. Is you had to be proven in battle. You had to have gone to war and win battles. Well, the Romans had to throw their life on the line to gain a little bit of aura. All we've got to do is what? Go to the gym 2 times a week and have a boxing fight with boxing gloves on. No swords and no shields, no fighting to the death. I'm going to come out of that fight a better man whether I win or lose. I'm not going to come out dead. So it's like, it's actually illogical at that point. I'm telling you right now, watching this, that it is illogical for a young man to not have a boxing fight. It's going to give you so much aura, so much life experience, make you so much of a better man with relatively no downside. So now you know, watching this video, okay, well, I've got to start fighting and I've got to go and get in the boxing gym. Otherwise, I'm going to be at a competitive disadvantage to the people that do that because they're just going to outperform me on aura. So now at this point, it's like, you're either thinking, you're going to be one of two people. You're either going to be like, you're going to make excuses. No, I'd rather focus on this. I'd rather focus on that. It's cope. I hit my first 20K a month whilst in permanent fight camp because I had 6 boxing fights in 14 months. And I scaled my business from 0 to 20K a month. So that's cope. I want to focus on something else. That is gay as fuck. Or you're going to be like, yeah, he's right. I need to do this. Now, that's going to be the differentiator. This is going to decide on who has aura and who doesn't. Because if you're the type of man that makes excuses, then your self-belief is not high enough. You don't believe that you're capable of doing this, this, and this at the same time effortlessly, which automatically means your aura is down here. The person that's got the most self-belief has the most aura. So if you watch this video and actively make the decision not to implement it because for some reason you've got a limiting belief about what you can achieve in life, your aura is not high enough, bro. Your aura, in order to build your aura, you need to believe that you're that guy before you're actually that guy. The same way that you pretend to go to sleep before you're actually asleep. Every single night. Is it that you can say, oh, but it's delusional to think that I can make this so much money whilst having a boxing fight, whilst balancing this, whilst balancing that. One of my good friends is 20 years old. He manages university. He's like a full-time athlete, and he's got a business doing $200,000 a month at 20 years old. I was a full-time athlete. Like, I had 6 boxing fights in 14 months. I was taking fights on 2 weeks' notice. I was in fight camp training my heart away whilst building a brand new business and still managed to do both at the same time. You have to believe that you're the type of person capable of achieving everything in order to achieve them. You go to sleep at night and pretend, you lay there still with your eyes closed and pretend like you are asleep until you eventually fall asleep. You have to pretend like you have maximum auctoritas in order to actually have auctoritas. So, things like fighting, it's going to help a lot. Things like going to the gym and building a strong physique, a physique that looks respectable, it's going to give you a lot more self-confidence, and self-confidence translates to aura. It's also a thing where it's like doing the hard work, committing yourself to the discipline and doing the hard things that other people are not willing to do. That in itself gives you confidence because you know you're better than other people. That sounds really, really arrogant. How can you say that that makes you better than other people? Well, the truth is it does. I don't look at NPCs walking around the streets, these fat, smelly motherfuckers, who I know just don't do anything apart from go and sit on their fucking couch. I don't look at these people and think we're equals. Truthfully, I don't. You can call me arrogant, but this is my mindset. This is the mindset that I have to have in order to achieve these things. It's like you can risk being called arrogant or delusional, or you can just believe in yourself to the point where you do just think you're above other people. I know that I make more sacrifices that they're not willing to make, and I think that makes me better than them. I do. That might make me a dick, but that also means that I've got so much self-belief in myself that I don't care about what anyone else thinks of me, because why the fuck would I care about the opinions of someone that's down here? I don't care. And that's what you need to have. So doing the hard work every single day when you know other people are not willing to do that, that gives you an element of self-belief just in itself of knowing that you're doing better than other people. Knowing that you woke up today and everyone else is still tucked away in bed, hungover. That gives you aura. So going to the gym, building a physique, getting into fighting, then what you need to be doing is you need to be making progress towards your goals. One thing that I'm a massive believer of is daily objectives. Every single day, without fail, I write myself a list of daily objectives to complete. And I'm not allowed to go to sleep until I've completed every single objective on this list. And truthfully, there's going to be so many people watching this video that will start doing that. They'll make themselves objectives every day, but they just won't do their objectives. Like they'll go to bed. Oh no, I've not finished my objectives today. It's bedtime now. Let me go to sleep. Soft. Seriously fucking soft. You gain your aura from doing everything that you say you're going to do. I think the biggest L that you can take as a man is lying to yourself. And every time that you lie to yourself, you're killing a piece of your soul. You're killing your subconscious brain's perspective on you, because aura comes from the subconscious. Your aura is your subconscious beliefs about yourself. You can't really fake it. You fake it until you make it, but until you've made it, your aura's not going to be quite there. Your aura is there once your subconscious brain believes that you're that nigga. And if you're the type of guy that lies to yourself, says you're going to do something today, but then you don't do it, well, now all you're telling your subconscious is, well, you're just a little bit of a pussy. So every single day for the last 5 years, I've had a rule where I'm not allowed to go to sleep until I've completed my daily objectives. And if you was to ask me how many times I've ever failed to do that, 0. For the last 5 years, every single day, I've never ever gone to sleep without completing my daily objectives for the last 5 years. And imagine how much aura that gives me of knowing every single day, day in, day out, I'm stacking those wins. There's been times where something's came up. I've got to go somewhere and I've not got back home until bloody 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's like, oh my gosh, I've got a good 4 hours worth of daily objectives to do here. Well, it looks like I'm pulling an all-nighter because my rule is I'm never allowed to go to sleep until that's done, and no exceptions. And I will never fail on that. And David Goggins has got this philosophy called the cookie jar, where it's like after stacking so many wins and wins and wins, you imagine that you're putting all of these into a cookie jar. So that whenever you feel self-doubts or limiting beliefs, or you feel a little bit down, or you lack motivation, all you do is you go back into this cookie jar and remember, oh yeah, well, I'm that guy. Look what I've achieved. Look what I've done. Look what I did that day when I couldn't be bothered to. And it was 4 o'clock in the morning. And I had to stay up for another 4 hours and record bloody YouTube videos and send cold DMs, right? It's like you just remember all of your former victories, and all of your former victories, you wear them as a badge of honor. And those are things that are going to be deeply rooted in your subconscious brain, and you're going to carry that as aura from every day moving forward. So aura is all about building that self-belief in yourself. And you believe self-belief by showing to yourself, by proving to your subconscious brain that you are that guy, by doing the hard work. And I mean, Hamza, who's I would consider an old mentor of mine and a good friend now, is like, you know, it's like to the point where I know my aura's increased because I've got people like Hamza, who I used to look up to massively, and I still do, just inviting me to come to bloody Amsterdam with him. And like me and Hamza's just like, oh, jump in the Uber, bro. And like me and Hamza are just rolling around Amsterdam in an Uber together. Hamza always used to say, and it stuck with me, that do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And that's the number one way that you build aura. Everyone else does the hard work when they feel like it. You do the hard work when you don't feel like it. And that is what's going to give you this undeniable self-belief, which you're going to carry with you into every single room that you walk into. So boys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more content like this. Like, auctoritas is something that I take very seriously, and it's something that I teach to my alpha setter boys. If you want a competitive advantage in an industry like high ticket sales, which is where I make all of my money in high ticket sales, you have to be ruthless and you have to dedicate yourself to auctoritas. Now, if you are interested in making money online, I've got a free course. Now, you don't have to sign up to anything. You don't have to put in a credit card. It's just a YouTube video that I've got on my channel. I'm going to link it here in the description. It's 6.5 hours long. So don't click on this video if you're just going to be a little bit soft and start going through a little bit, taking notes, but not really taking action. That video is designed to be low dopamine, unappealing to most people, but for the killers, for the ruthless guys that are actually ready to do well in an industry like sales, you can go in that, you can take notes, you can blitz through that 6.5 hour video in the next 2 days, and you can start making money online as soon as this week. It took me 5 days to make my first 1.5k once I got into that side hustle, but you have to have this ruthless, ambitious attitude in order to make that work. So click the link in the description if you want access to that 6.5 hour free course. Hope it helps, boys. And as always, keep grinding.